determinasyon at paniniwala sa pagkabit ng matamis na tagumpay. Ito ang buhay ng isang propesor na nangarap, nanalig at nagsumikap upang maabot ang mga naging sa buhay. Saksihan natin ang buhay ni Professor Ben Andres.
Ako si Ben Andres, 60 years old, at electronics engineer by profession. Actually, ang aking nagmulan ay medyo malungkot. Lumaki kami isang baryo ng Lupao, Nueva Ecija, at doon ay nakatira kami sa gitna ng bukid na kung saan pag kami pumapasok sa eskwelahan, kailangang bagtasin namin ang kabukiran, mga almost 5 kilometers, ganun. Galing ako sa broken family. Ang aking ama kasi, nasirang ama, ay isang foreman ng construction na medyo may pagka-womanizer kung saan siya madistino, nagkakaroon ng relasyon. Kaya nung medyo mapuno na yung aking nanay, hindi uwi kami sa Nueva Ecija. Kaya kami natira sa gitna ng bukid kung saan doon kami lumaki. Nung second year high school, nung mamatay ang aking tunay na ama, ay nawalan na kami ng konting sustento, kung kaya't natigil din ako ng pag-aaral. 5 taon na akong hindi nag-aaral noon at gumagawa na lang din sa bukid kung ano-anong trabahong makakatulong lang sa aking nanay. Nagkaroon niya ako ng stepfather at taga San Fernando, La Union siya. At doon, maraming pwedeng pagkakitaan sa San Fernando, La Union. At ang isang naging parte ng aking buhay doon ay nung ako ipasok sa construction ng Central Bank of the Philippines bilang regular na laborer. Nagtrabaho ako sa Central Bank of the Philippines at nung matapos yung project na yun, isinama ako sa Maynila ng aking mga project engineers. Atlantic Gulf and Pacific na Central Bank project, nag-umpisa ako bilang junior carpenter, gumagawa ng mga temporary office ng mga project engineers, gumagawa ng mga scaffoldings. Kung minsan naman ay ang kasama sa aking trabaho, nagiging kantero o mason ang tawag din sa amin noon, yung mga nagsisemento. So, yun yung aking naging trabaho sa Atlantic Gulf and Pacific noon. Nung dalhin niya ako ng agency rito sa Maynila, nagpasya akong mag-aral 3rd year high school. At tinapos ko yung high school ko in 3 more years. Meron akong kaklaseng nag-invite sa akin para kumuha ng entrance exam sa PUP. Sumama ako sa kanya. Maswerte namang naipasa ko, kaya nagpasya ako ang kuhanin, electronics engineering. Yun yung umpisa nun. Uwi ako ng Nueva Ecija ulit, nakigapas sa Anihan para magkaroon lang ng pang-enroll sa second year. Second year college, mga around 23, ganyan na ako noon. Mga 23 years old na ako. At katunayan niya nun, kinakantsawan ako ng mga kaklase ko. Kasi may edad na raw ako, bakit hindi na lang vocational ang kuhanin ko? Kaya lang, parang determinado ako. Nung nasa gitna ako ng bukid, madilim, merong bumagsak na bulalakaw, yung falling star ba, at nag-wish ako.
Balang araw, magiging engineer din ako.
Kaya parang pinanghawakan ko yun na sa aking pangarap, sa aking goal sa buhay, parang pinanindigan ko na rin. Ang aking trabaho ay may kinalaman sa pag-print production ng mga instructional materials. na pang-electronics engineering. Dahil yung aking professor na may-ari no. Kaya habang ginagawa ko, natututo rin ako. At yung medyo negatibong epekto nga, kulang ka sa tulog, na kung papasok ka as a regular student, may mga pagkakataong inaantok pa sa klase, at ang performance mo siyempre, medyo nag-degrade din. Napapabayaan yung konting mga academic requirements. Pag ganun gusto kong magkaroon ng sapat na oras sa pag-aaral, so kailangang balansehin ko lahat ng aking commitment. O siyempre dito, na nakapagtapos ako dahil walang ibang eskwelahan noon na talagang nakakapagtapos ka ng engineering kung hindi dahil lang sa PUP. At naging mapalad din ako na ako ang isa sa dalawang unang na-produce na engineer ng PUP. Ako yung naging unang alumnus na naging department head ng electronics engineering. Ganun din, kauna-unahan din akong naging alumnus na naging dekano ng College of Engineering. Family-oriented dahil doon. At ganun din, sa buhay, hindi dapat maging hadlang yun para sa ating ambisyon. Sasamahan lang ng ating pagtsatsaga, susumikap, siyempre, yung ating spiritual na aspeto, huwag kakalimutan. Naakibat ko sa definition ng success. Na yung success, considered na acronym, yung S, seeing myself as a successful me. Na ako, yung U, unique, hindi ko kino-compare sa iba. So, unique as me. Pagkatapos, C, I consider C as controlling myself. Then another C for success is complying myself to be an achiever. Ganon. And yung E, I'm educating myself. Kasi sabi nga nila, learning is a continuing process. At yung S, sinasatisfy ko yung aking sarili, ano yung aking commitment, lahat ng aking commitment. At yung last S, yung sacrifice. Yun yung definition ko ng success.
Ang buhay ay tila isang malaking entrada kung saan kailangan ipakita ang pambihirang kakayanan para umani ng matatamis na pagbati at tropeo higit pa sa material na bagay ang halaga. Yan ang pinakanayan ng kwento ng buhay ni Professor Ben Andres.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing, 2nd floor.
A pleasant morning to everyone. Again, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our students, of course, and alumni coming from different colleges and campuses in the university. We would also like to acknowledge our university officials, our VP SAS, Sir Tom Testor, our VP Red, Ma'am Ruby Gapasin, the different directors of some offices in the main campus and from the other campuses. Also chiefs of different sections in the university, and of course our retirees who are also watching us this morning. So to start our program, let us have the prayer to be followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayaw magiging dala sa silanganan, ayaw na puso sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hiniram, gulat na ng magiging sa manlulupin. Di ko masisingin sa lahat ng bulok sa sino at sa langit mong babang. Naginanang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y talumpay na nagmilingin.
Again, a pleasant morning to everyone. We would just like to inform all that we are also live on Facebook via the PUP Alumni FB page. And of course, here in Zoom. Again, we would like to acknowledge our 70 plus, almost 80 attendees in the Zoom platform. So to continue the program, let me call on our university president, Dr. Manuel M. Muhi, for his welcome remarks.
A pleasant day to everyone, to our university executive officials, VP Tom Testor, deans and directors, department heads, AVP Floro Quindo, OJT coordinators, fellow faculty members, and to all our guest speakers, and most importantly, to our beloved students. Welcome and thank you for attending the Balik Sintang Paaralan activity. Thank you to ARCDO for organizing and hosting this event, which provides a great opportunity for the university to continue to engage with our alumni. Our alumni, as stakeholders, will always play a critical role in fostering a culture of excellence at our university. Their voices are very important and significant in pointing us in the right direction, being key contributors to their respective industries. And we recognize their roles as our university's ambassadors. I believe that our alumni are always eager to give back to their alma mater, and this webinar series provides an excellent opportunity for them to do so. Thank you to all of our alumni guest speakers for taking the time to mentor your fellow scholar ng bayan. Your many stories of tribulations and triumphs will undoubtedly inspire our students who want to follow in your footsteps and use education to achieve success. Your presence here today sends a message of hope to all PUPians that despite many limitations, it is possible to rise and that success is within reach with hard work, determination, discipline, and drive. To all of our student participants, may you be inspired and learn from our guest speakers who have already walked the path you're about to take. Listen to the valuable lessons they are about to share, ask questions, and take advantage of this opportunity to gain an understanding of the topics they will be discussing. Always remember that the first step toward achieving one's goals is to learn from others, followed by the courage to apply what you have learned in your own life. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, kaya huwag kayong matakot mangarap sapagkat kung mayroon kayong courage at saka determination and you keep on trying, I am sure na makakamit ninyo ang mga magagandang pangarap. Kagaya ng ating mga matatagumpay na alumni na magbabahagi ng kanilang mga karanasan bilang scholar ng bayan. May you, like our successful alumni, finally find the path you want to take and believe that you can be the best at it. And may you never forget the words of our PUP hymn, gagamitin ang karunungan mula sa iyo para sa bayan. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Sintang Paaralan at pagpalain po tayo ng Panginoong May Kapal.
Thank you so much, Sir Muhi, for always supporting our endeavor here. And at this juncture, let's hear from our director here at the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. May I call on Engineer Florinda H. Aquino for her opening message. Good morning po, Ma'am Flor.
Morning. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. The Polytechnic University of the Philippines, through the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office, recognizes the achievement and successes of all our alumni. We are indeed proud of their contributions to the Sintang Paaralan, but to the nation as a whole. Today marks another significant moment as we will have the privilege to listen to another alumni who willingly gave time and effort to be with us. She is no other than our former Executive Vice President and at the same time VP for Student Affairs and Services, Dr. Herminia E. Maninti. Good morning, ma'am. Let us listen intently, pause, reflect, and most importantly, learn from the experiences of our speaker. Let us also be one in supporting all our alumni in their future endeavors as they strive to be the best in their own fields. For our students, this is the perfect time to ponder on what we can do to help or assist our Sintang Paaralan when it is your turn to graduate and eventually be an alumni of the university. After all, serving the people has always been our mantra. With that, let us all be open to new learnings from our esteemed speaker. I wish everyone a good day ahead. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Flor. Since our vice presidents are here, is it okay, for Ma'am Ana Ruby Gapasin and Sir Tom, if you want to give po a message, just a short message lang po, Sir Tom or Ma'am Ruby Gapasin?
Pati tuloy kami nadamay.
Ay, sorry po, sir.
Anyway, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Medyo maulan nga lang, Pero pipilitin natin maging maganda pa rin ang araw natin sa pamamagitan nitong programang ito. Maraming salamat sa inyong paikisa. Congratulations sa ArtDo for organizing this noble undertaking at sa pag-imbita sa buti at napakahalagang tao dito sa PUP, no? Dito siya nagmula, dito siya nag-serbisyo, dito niya binuhos ang kanyang serbisyo para sa ating mga scholar ng bayan. So sana maging productive itong ating discussions and hopefully we could get some lessons from our speaker today. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga sa lahat.
Thank you so much po, Sir Tom. Ma'am Ruby Gapasin, if you have a short message for our participants today.
Ay, magandang umaga po. Talagang sabi nga na damay ba? Hindi. Talagang I intend to attend in this webinar. Of course, nung nalaman ko na ang ating Balik Sinta speaker ay walang iba kundi ang napakagaling at hinahangaan naming Executive Vice President at Vice President for Student Affairs and Services ng nagdaang panahon, si Ma'am Hermie Manimtim. At sa pangalan pa lang po niya, alam ko na kung hindi man naabot ng iba nating mga kasama online sa FB Live at dito sa ating Sintang Paaralan, I'm sure this time you'll learn a lot from Ma'am Hermie, ang aming nanay, ating nanay. At I would like to commend the Office of Director Oquindo for this continuous effort, no, to engage all our alumni in this kind of activity. At sabi nga laging napapanahon na tayo po ay magsama-sama para sa Sintang Paaralan. Kayo po man ay graduate na, no? Ang ating alumni ay nasa iba't ibang larangan na. I'm sure masaya pong balikan ang ating Sintang Paaralan. Magandang umaga po.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Ruby Gapasin, at pasensya na po sa pagdamay. Joke lang po. All right, but thank you so much to our university officials. So at this juncture, please give me the chance, the privilege to introduce our guest speaker. So again, a pleasant morning to everyone. Our speaker for today is someone close to our hearts here at the Sintang Paaralan. She earned her bachelor's degree in sociology, master's in business administration, and doctor in educational management, all from PUP. Therefore, we can claim that she is a full-fledged PUPian. During her college days in the early 70s, she was active in student organizations, which I think would be expounded later, so I will not preempt that portion. From 1972 to 1990, she was engaged in development work among student, urban poor, and rural sectors. Her involvement included organizing cultural work and non-formal education training programs of people's organizations and NGOs. She served as the Executive Director of Farmers Assistance Board, Associate Director for Training and Campaign Support Services of the Peace Formation Program Incorporated, and Volunteer Community Organizer and Cultural Trainer Coordinator of other NGOs. In PUP, she has started as head of the Extension Services of the Institute of Cooperatives, followed by being head of Research and Development Unit, chairperson of their department, and eventually dean of the College of Cooperatives and Social Development, or CCSD, until 2012. After that, she served as associate dean of the PUP Graduate School until 2014. It was in June of 2014 when she became the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services in concurrent capacity as Executive Vice President, the second highest post in the university. In addition, she has authored and co-authored researches, modules, and articles on transformative learning, cooperatives, community development, and project management. While on the creative side, she has composed songs for several groups and was an awardee for several times in some songwriting contests. The latest song that she composed together with yours truly is titled Buhay PUPian, which is our offering to the whole PUP community. She likewise composed another song for her hometown titled Talisay Bayan Natin Ito, which was recognized by the municipality of Talisay. Furthermore, in PUP, she received the prestigious Tanglaw ng Bayan Award after her retirement in 2018. Currently, she serves as professorial lecturer at the College of Education Graduate Studies, trainer at the Department of Cooperatives and Social Development, and volunteer development worker with the NGO Sagip Taal Lake Movement, the Sandigang Pangkabuhayan sa Lawa ng Taal Incorporated, and with the local government of their hometown in Talisay, Batangas. So without further ado, let us welcome our guest speaker, one of the well-loved women leaders of the Sintang Paaralan, Dr. Herminia Hermie Imanimtim, or as she is fondly called by everyone here, Ma'am Hermie. Magandang umaga po, Ma'am Hermie.
Salamat, Ma'am Emmy, Chief Emmy. Parang nalunod yata ako sa introduction, no? Maganda, kahit maulang umaga sa ating lahat. As introduced earlier, Balik Sinta itong ating webinar series, strongly suggesting a coming home sa ating Sintang Paaralan. Relate na sana ako sa Balik Sinta webinar title. I thought that shall not be hard for me to share about because of the, sabi nga sa intro, multi-dimensional bond I have with PUP. Parang buhol-buhol nga ang aking pagkakatali, no, sa ating Sintang Paaralan. Pero sabi sa letter invitation for this event, my topic is corporate social responsibility. Sabi ko sa loob-loob ko, baka mas maalam pa sa bagay na yan ang magiging audience ko na fellow alumni. Isip-isip, paano kaya magandang connect nito sa sharing ko? Which, buti naman, the organizer suggested I should incorporate my experiences as alumna of PUP. Baka sakali nga naman maka-inspire, especially sa students. Ngayon na panahon ng graduation, ano? Tamang-tama nga. Mukhang tiniming nyo ito sa graduation. Maka-inspire ako na naging PCC yan noong early 1970s. Ang sabi ni Ma'am Ruby, ng unang panahon. Ako po ay bahagi ng unang panahon. At makakwento ko maya-maya, napilitang lumabas muna ng ating sintang paaralan ng PCC noong 1972, pero nagbalik sinta noong 1990 upang just to remain here for the next 27 years hanggang ng aking retirement. Opo, mga estudyante, 1969-1970 po nang nag-college ako sa PCC. Eh di napawaw ba kayo o napawa bakawa? Pera bilangan ng edad. Pero nagkabistuhan na po kanina pa eh. Sige lang. Palagay ko marami akong makikwento na hindi pa naririnig o maaring narinig na pero medyo nakalimutan. Kaya sige lang. Allow me to inject my own personal experiences with our Sintang Paaralan as I discuss and try to expound on CSR, giving back to the community, ganon. Merong byline, ano? Giving back to the community theme of today's episode of Balik Sinta webinar. I really hope my stories shall contribute in any way to the broadening and strengthening of the threads that bind us alumni with our alma mater, and of course, to the students who shall be future alumni ng ating Sintang Paaralan. As former EVP and VP for Student Services, I believe that the experiences we had, kami ni na AVP, ARCDO Director Flora Quindo, sama-sama kami nila, ni Chief Emmy Perez, ang ating MC ngayon, facilitator ngayon, and the rest under the OVP SAS. Sila Doc Ed Latosa, I think nasa audience sila John Mark, are quite relevant. Sana matuto rin kayo sa sharing. Sa totoo lang, I can tell na talagang makulay o makasaysayan, mayaman, malalim ang mga ganap sa loob at labas ng PUP noong mga dekadang nabanggit, mangkwento ko magsimula mga 1960s 70s. May paniwala tayo that our sense of history is significant, mahalaga, no? In strengthening our rootedness in our Sintang Paaralan and in understanding the fundamental and distinctive qualities of our organization. CSR po kasi, kaya pasadahan po natin yung mga bagay na yan. Let me begin, giving back to the community is the essence of corporate social responsibility. And as part of an organization or institution, tayo, the individuals, that giving back becomes our responsibility too, because we would like to show concern for common good. Kasi naman lahat tayo, individuals and institutions or corporations, ay beneficiaries and users of common goods, of the natural goods and resources that God blesses us with. Hindi pwedeng sabihin, for example, ng industries, capital ko naman yan. Yes, but gumagamit ng common goods. Libre. Blessings from God. So let me begin my sharing with how our Sintang Paaralan, in its corporate responsibility or of the giving back practices, has positioned itself through its history and gained the reputation it has today. Ang CSR, the CSR practices of an institution, we consider them crucial factors in building its lasting image or reputation. Alam yan ng mga fellow alumni, lalo na kayong nasa industriya. Yung reputational positioning of an organization is also referred to as strategic CSR. Ganun kahalaga yun. Kung kaya naman, kapag pumalpak o may di katanggap-tanggap sa gawi ng isang institution or korporasyon, nahaharap yon sa tinatawag na reputational risk, which has been proven harmful even to the life of the whole organization itself. Kaya ang tanong natin this morning, what is an organization in the eyes of its internal and external stakeholders? In our PUPian context, we can ask ourselves, ano ang malalim na pinaguhugutan ng reputational dimensions na bumubuo sa kasalukuyang image natin ng PUP? Ng PUP and DNA, ika nga. Mention PCC or PUP. What distinctive qualities are attached to it? Alam nyo na. Progresibo, militante, dekalidad. Ang mga produktong estudyante at graduates. Anong ibig sabihin ng dekalidad? Na bukod sa pagiging academically dekalidad, most of all, character, matatag, matyaga, makamasa. Makamasa na gustong makasama ng mga empleyado at employers sa kanilang mga industriya at ahensya. Palaban pero gustong makasama, ha? PUPians are the most preferred graduates of employers since this institution was established in 1904 as Manila Business School. Akala natin ngayon lang, consistently for the past ilang years na tayo consistently chose,
10 ma'am.
revealed, by surveys ng Job Street, 10 na. Pero, as I tell my stories later, dati na yan. Dati na tayong gustong makasama ng mga employers at empleyado ng mga iba't ibang business establishments. Sino nga ba naman ang gusto mong makasama sa buhay? Di ba yung handa ka ipaglaban? Kaya nakakabit sa PUP yung yung vigilance, militant. Kumbaga in fighting stance pero with a cause. Yun naman, hindi lang naman tayo bara-bara na basta lang ipaglalaban kahit mali. So, ang reputasyon natin yan ay hinubog ng pananagutan ng PUP sa nakararaming uri. May commitment tayo na patuloy bigyan ng malawak na oportunidad ang mag-aaral. Mula sa pamilyang kapos especially. Dekalidad na edukasyon mag-aangat sa buhay. At maghuhubog sa kanila ng may pagmamahal sa bayan. May kadugtong po yun lagi. May pagmamahal sa bayan. Sinabi ng ating Pangulo sa kanyang welcome remarks. Huwag nating kalimutan ang linya ng ating PUP-hin. Gagamitin ang karunungan mula sa iyo para sa bayan. Dekalidad na edukasyon sa kabila ng kapos na pondo at ibang pangangailangan. Issue ngayon ang mga pasilidades sa graduation. In terms of facilities, PUP is not heaven, but it is a haven for us people from all walks of life. Pinatotohanan yan ng ating kasaysayan. Punta ako sa saan hinuhugot ang ating reputasyon. Our Sintang Paralan is known for its pioneering, pro-people, and progressive actions in the face of the changing times and mounting difficulties. Yung pagpasok po ng 1960s, the advent of the 1960s, our PCC was confronted with challenging imperatives. There was the booming Philippine economy, and then also there was the growing working class and student populations in the cities. And then, so imperatives yun for the institution to manifest, to do something with institutional responses. Kasi there were very limited spaces and resources, and daming gustong pumasok ng mga working students sa araw and would like to avail of the academic services of PCC at night. Kahit kapos na kapos sa spaces and resources, still PCC opted for the expansion of curricular offerings, which included liberal arts as well as pioneering programs. Kaya sinabi ko pioneering ang PUP. Pioneer niya po electronic data processing ng late 60s, kahit hindi pa uso masyado. Yan po ang pinagsimulan ng ng IT po. Ng mga courses natin ng IT, electronic, EDP ang tawag, electronic data processing. Pioneer din niya ang advertising. Hindi pa offered sa ibang academic institutions, nag-offer na siya ng advertising. And cooperatives pa din. And later, may mga pioneering work pa siya ginawa. For example, introduce ko na ngayon yung Pamantasang Bayan. This is one of my sharing din later, noong 1980s. Kaya isa yun po sa tatak natin. Alang-alang sa pagtanggap sa dumadaming mga working class populations sa cities, in-expand talaga ng PUP ang kanyang mga academic programs. And therefore, PCC had to stage assertive and massive actions to generate additional financial, infrastructure, and logistical support. So it is a fact that PCC was among those at the forefront of the growing tide of student activism in the country in the 70s. Because linking the school's internal concerns with the wider national issues like academic freedom, foreign domination, it was like a natural course. Kailangan talagang i-link sa national issues to the wider concerns, yung ating mga local demands for additional spaces and recognition of our added programs. Kaya naman, student and teachers' participation in the nationalist movement was well supported, sabihin na natin, and yun, documented naman nun yung ating engagements. There were collective actions of the PCC community, which demanded for the government actions in support to the school expansion programs. Mabilis pong lumago ang aktivismo sa PCC, kaya noong ideklara ang martial law, noong 1972, isa tayo sa tinamaan ng actions ng government. Naipasara ang ating eskwelahan sandali. There were arrests, kasama na nga doon ang PCC President Doc Prudente. Pati na ang crackdown sa mga makabayang student organizations was there. Talking about yung makabayang organization, kasama po ang Samahang Kamanyang na siyang official drama group ng PCC. Pero identified siya na aktibong student organization. Ang Kamanyang po ay nagpalaganap ng mga makabayang street plays at napakalimit pong maimbitahan, magtanghal, kahit saan po, kahit sa piyesta. Pero malimit sa rally, picket lines, mga sari-saring pagkilos. Kapag po nagkakasabay-sabay ang imbitasyon, ay sanay po ang grupo naming magbiyak-biyak ng mga maliitang pagtatanghal para bang mga modular place, or minamount namin na palabas para mapaunlakan ng iba't ibang imbitasyon. Dahil nga po isa yan sa sikat noon na identified sa makabayang organizations, kahit siya cultural or theater group, napilitan po muna akong huminto sa aking advertising course noong mag-declare ang martial law dahil na din sa closure ng PCC when martial law was declared. At hindi muna ako bumalik sa PCC kahit nagbukas na uli ang PCC makaraan ang ilang panahon, I think several weeks after. Sa halip po ay development work muna ako sa komunidad at sa ilang NGOs mula 1973 hanggang 1990. Sabi nga sa introduction kanina, nag-organizing po ako at cultural work. Yun po ay sa Tondo Foreshore, kung alam nyo ngayon, yung site ng International Port, nung araw North Harbor ang tawag sa kanya. Nung panahon pong yun ay kilala ang lugar na yon as the largest. Quote-unquote po kasi hindi na natin ginagamit ngayon to refer to the urban poor dwellers, no? Yung squatter. Pero noong araw ang tawag sa kanya ay the largest squatter colony in Asia. Kaya doon po may kasama akong dating taga-PCC rin at nag-volunteer work po ako ng ilang taon doon. And then, matapos ang engagement ko sa Tondo, nagtrabaho naman ako sa mga NGOs kaya umabot nga sa almost 2 decades po yun. But throughout those almost 2 decades of development work in the field, my desire to finish schooling, go back to Sintang Paaralan, to finish schooling, never left my mind. Kaya naman, after EDSA, People Power event, nagbalik Sinta din si Doc Prudente upon his release from detention, and he was reinstalled as PUP president. Sabi ko, I said to myself, maybe that was the time to go back to school and finish my degree. Timing talaga yon dahil by 1989, so several years after Doc Prudente was reinstalled, may mga changes, ano? And then, ako naman, with my husband, we reconnected with our old-time friend, Professor Romulo Martin, who was appointed director of the newly established Institute of Cooperatives. So my husband and I paid him a visit to ask for his advice regarding my balik Sinta, my re-entry as a student. Noon naman pala si Director Martin was looking for facilitator resource person for the Institute's 5-year planning kasi bago nga siya and therefore may 5-year planning na gusto silang gawin. Sa madalit sabi, nagkatama-tama ang mga pangyayari noon. My NGO provided the resource person facilitator for the planning. Ako naman, after some time, mga 1 month siguro from that visit, I decided to quit my NGO work to return to my studies kasi nabigyan tayo ng encouragement ni Director Martin na, sige, go back to your studies. But he learned too. Professor Martin learned na I resigned, so I was jobless. Director Martin asked me to join the institute to head its extension services unit while finishing my studies. Ayun, going back to post-EDSA period ng PUP, yun nga po, no, 1990s po, yun. Going back to post-EDSA period ng PUP, para lang sa kwento natin sa ano nangyayari sa PUP, nagpatuloy po ang pagdami ng academic and non-academic programs and ang mga pagpapahusay ng mga pasilidad ng ating Sintang Paaralan. PUP na po siya. Bukod sa mga kurso na nabanggit ko na earlier, nagkaroon na rin ng mga engineering, sciences, communication at ICT. Puspusan din nating pinaunlad ang Open University System. At hindi rin nawala ang vigilance and activism sa loob ng PUP, lalo na sa panahon ng pagbabalik ni Doc Prudente matapos ang EDSA People Power Revolt. At gaya ng nabanggit ko na din, may non-traditional studies program na noong 1990 at natapos ko ang aking BS Sociology At pati later, after I completed my BS, ay nakapag-graduate studies ako ng mga sumunod na taon. Kinikwento ko yan po kasi I want to let you know na isa lamang ako sa napakaraming nabibiyayaan ng mga serbisyong makatao ng PUP. Anong ating sinasabing ating DNA? Pro-poor, pioneering, progressive, nationalist. They remain the trademark ng PUP, carried on throughout the Sintangs Paaralan transformative stages, even as it asserts its current vision to be a national polytechnic university. Mayroon tayong laban ngayon. I think there's a petition signing, no, for the as we would like to assert our NPU vision. Okay po, let me move on to other aspects of CSR, which is responsiveness, which are responsiveness and social equities, kakabit ang sustainability. When we talk of sustainability, of course, care for the environment readily comes to our minds. But as far as CSR of organizations is concerned, kasama po ang environment dimension, pero sustainability goes beyond the environmental concerns. It is about contributing to long-term value creation and more sustainable future for the organization and the communities it serves. Paano kaya itong mga ito, responsiveness, social equity, sustainability, were made realities by our Sintang Paaralan? Simula't-simula pa po. Together with increasing its academic offerings, there were the upscaling of non-academic services and acquisition of much needed physical spaces. Noong 1950s, after being named as the best business school, yun po sinasabi ko kanina, no? Maaga pa lang, 1950s, we were already named best business school of the year. And then after that, our administrators and the community worked for renaming of the institution, kaya naging Philippine School of Commerce tayo, early 1950s. And then, after several years, ang renaming pala ng Philippine School of Commerce were several years after 1904. Parang 19-something pa rin hindi pa 50s. Philippine School of Commerce na tayo. And then, by 1950s, Philippine College of Commerce na ang tawag sa atin. And then, alam niyo na yan, nung martial law time, 1978, naging na-entitled tayo to be a university. Pero sa process na yan, sa different stages na yan, dahil nga sa responsiveness and social equity, the institution really tried hard to keep school fees very minimal, halos walang bayad. Pag naging scholar ka pa, wala ka na talagang babayaran, kundi 5 piso para sa, what do you call this, miscellaneous fees. And then, for social equity pa rin and responsiveness para sa mga mag-aaral na kapos, lalo na yung mga kapos, in the 60s, the book bank was introduced. Yun po, hihiram na lang po doon ng libro sa book bank. And then may student loan fund pala, student loan fund, ang mga scholarships. And then merong student assistantship program na po noong panahon na yun. And those transformational changes, we can say, were products of collective community struggle led by former Nemesio A. Prudente and of course later din. Pero panahon din ng Doc Prudente noong 70s. Dahil nga po, hindi naman kusang ibinigay ng gobyerno o ng autoridad ang mga pangangailangan natin sa expansion and sustainability goals as PCC. Kaya humanap ng mga paraan ang komunidad. Kasama na dyan ang pagpunta sa kalsada at sa Malacanang upang marinig ang boses at kahilingan ng mga mag-aaral, kawani at group at mga guro. Yan pong nasa slide natin ay play po, isang scene sa play ng Kamanyang sa harap ng gate po ng Malacanang. Yan po, isa yan. Bukod pa yung mga klase na doon ginagawa, yung faculty po kasama, kasi community na ano talaga siya mobilization. Kaya sama-sama, pati faculty mangunguna, and then doon kami magkaklase para lang maisagawa ang ating mga kahilingan, maiparating ang ating mga kahilingan.
Ma'am Hermie, nandito din po si Sir Belly kasi nagha-heart siya habang sinasabi niya yung Kamanyang. Belly, Sir.
Mababanggit ko yan, ang ating UCC. Sir Belly, kumusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
Ayan na nga. Kaya nga, dahil na rin sa assertiveness ng ating komunidad, naibigay ang mga ilang espasyo, tayo hindi namimili, basta may espasyo. Parang sa graduation, hindi tayo namimili. Kami nila Ma'am Eo, si Ma'am Emmy, kung sa malaking venue lang yun eh. Ako sa gym.
Sa Focus Theater po kami
ngayon. Bago ang gym natin, ang ganda-ganda. Ang saya rin namin. Ang importante, yung ritual. Venue is just a venue. Pero ang masaya doon ay ang ritual. Ayun nga, maituloy ko. Ayan, nasa ating slides ang iba't iba. Hindi ko mailagay lahat. Mga example po yan. Ako'y nakapag-opisina po nung nasa institute po ako as extension services dyan sa NDC building, yung luma, yung antique house na tinatawag. Dyan po kami ang office namin. Na-acquire yan. After Lipanto, nagkaroon tayo ng main campus sa Santa Mesa.
Sir Rick ba, ma'am? Kasama niyo po. Si Sir Rick Ramiscal po is also here.
Diba? Rick, mukhang may kasama tayong taga Mindoro. Sir Rick, Director Rick, good morning. Opo.
Ayan po.
Additional spaces kasi daming estudyante. Basta ma-accommodate natin. Kaya natin yan, magsiksikan. Ang importante, may lugar at may tsansang pumila ang gustong matanggap. Kaya yung pagpila, sabi ng iba, ay pila na naman, nako, pasalamat tayo. At may pila. Kung wala, baka hindi tayo nasangkaya, hindi tayo matatanggap, pasalamatan natin. At nakakapila tayo. Ayan po, dumami ng dumami. Ayan, andyan sa slide natin, pati Taguig. Yan po mga una natin na-acquire. Kaya yan po ang inilagay natin sa ating slide. Okay. In furtherance of social equity and responsiveness, at yung pioneering spirit po ng PUP, it introduced Pamantasang Bayan. Ito po ang precursor ng Open University system natin ngayon. Galing po dyan ang ating butihing VP for Research and Development. Ang nagsabing ako'y panglumang panahon. Dyan po nagsimula bago siya maging mapunta sa Office of the President and then maging VP. Napakalaking bagay po niyang Open University system, which was conceptualized in 1970 in order to reach more people, especially those in the provinces. Yun nga lang, it was conceptualized in the 70s, sila Doc and VP Kasama na, I think, dyan si VP Salvador, ano? In conceptualizing itong pamantasang bayan. Pero it was operationalized much later due to martial law nga. Pero let me mention to you na sa Batangas po, sa aming bayan, hindi sa Talisay, but sa Batangas, sa aming probinsya, I think sa Calaca, katulong ang mga lokal na opisyal doon, unang isinagawa ang pamantasang bayan. At dahil ang objective talaga ay matulungan ang mga gustong makapagtrabaho pero kailangan ng tamang kasanayan, ang pamantasang bayan offered technical courses muna para mabilis makakuha ng skills ang mga estudyante at makahanap ng trabaho. At the rest is history, ika nga, the pamantasang bayan became what we have now, the Open University System. Again, in keeping with the pioneering spirit, PUP is the first in the country to have the Open University System. The pamantasang bayan did not just pave the way for the development of our Open University System, it also was the initial model of the PUP-LGU partnerships that make possible the establishment of the 25 campuses? At least 22 campuses we have today. At alam natin yan, those campuses are largely without budgetary support from the national government. Ang LGU po ang sumusuporta to have PUP in their localities. We, Batanggenyos, kami ni Nakabayan, Marcela, are quite thankful that among the said campuses, 2 are in Batangas, the latest of which is here in my hometown, sa Talisay po. Ang isa po ay yung Santo Tomas, na isa sa pinakaunang campuses natin, Santo Tomas, Batangas. At ngayon pa, dinagdagan pa yan. Parang talagang hindi titigil hanggat may paraan para iparating, maging responsive ang PUP sa mga tao, lalo na yung may kakulangan sa means, to go to the main campus or to the campuses sa mga probinsya. Inintroduce pa yung education on wheels, di ba? Nasa bus. Kaya I said, the Open University and the campuses broaden educational access, particularly to the country's workforce through innovative and non-traditional ways. Konting paliwanag lang sa Open University, qualified applicants who are constrained to attend day classes on weekdays may avail of undergraduate and graduate degree programs under the open distance learning modes and the non-traditional study programs. Isa po ako sa pinakaunang beneficiaries ng non-traditional study program. Nabanggit ko na po kanina, naudlot ng martial law ang aking pagtatapos ng kurso, kung kaya malaking oportunidad po ang non-traditional study program ng PUP nang ako'y magbalik sinta noong 1990. I gained my Bachelor of Science in Sociology degree under the NTS, non-traditional po yun, NTS, nang hindi kailangang pumaloob sa formal classes. Yung formal UNESCO and advertising program, yung iniwanang kongkurso noong 1972, were accredited, coupled with my non-formal and informal learning. Ang dami ko pong nasagap na natutunan from my non-formal and informal learning dahil sa aking 20 decades nga of development work, nilagyan po yun ng equivalent units. Kaya, mas suited po sa BS Biology yung more than 50% ng na credited na non-formal and informal learning at tinapatan ng formal units. Kaya ang naging BS ko ay sociology, more than the business program. Ganun po ka-open ang Open University na talagang it will give you, our programs there shall give you ways of being able to fulfill our academic and our professional dreams.
They find ways po.
Ha?
They find ways. Parang BDO, they find ways.
Ganun na nga. Parang paborito natin yan sa kanto, si Mutya. Ayan po, pati nabanggit ko ng NTS, yung equivalency programs, yung mga ALS po, pwede dyan. Talagang the Open University system and its programs are a big help in accrediting the qualifications and work experiences of those who quitted schooling for reasons like workload, financial difficulties, whatever, but need to finish higher education or pursue graduate studies like what I did. So, ang usapan namin nun sa Exicom, basta may offers and traditional, ay let us work out how that could be offered too in the Open University system. So, I'm not sure at this time kung lahat nga ay available na, but ganun ang pananaw ng ating pamunuan noong kami nagpupulong-pulong how to really expand or provide greater access sa mga tao. So this deep sense of gratefulness in me was the very reason why I readily agreed to the offer nung nabanggit ko kanina ni Professor Martin to head the extension unit of the very new Institute of Cooperatives without even talking about the remuneration if there was any. Hindi po namin pinag-usapan yun kung ako ba'y may sweldo kasi nga undergrad. And I just wanted to finish my studies. Ganun po, because deep in me, I considered it a privilegio to be of service to our sintang paaralan. Also, it was clear, very clear, quite clear to me that if I shall ever have the chance to teach and be able to share what I have learned from my years sa NGO, it has to be in PUP, sabi ko, where the sons and daughters of farmers and workers are. And tamang-tama naman, by God's grace, my re-entry sa PUP was in the cooperatives. Salamat po. The school's prime promoter of social entrepreneurship and equity among the marginalized sectors of our society. Programa po talaga yan ni Doc noong 1960s. May cooperatives na tayo. And then, upon his release, it was worked out that we shall have an institute specially devoted to cooperativism. Fitting din for me ang pagpasok sa cooperatives because my former NGO, where I was the executive director, had the cooperative organizing and development support services, particularly for the rural residents or the farmers. Meron talaga kami niyan sa Farmers Assistance Board. Many of us are witnesses, and hundreds of thousands became beneficiaries of the flourishing of our institution in terms of student population and academic services. Kung dami at dami ang naabot na ng ating academic services ang pag-uusapan, ay bigla kong naalala yung conversations namin ng ating former registrar who succeeded me as VP for Student Affairs and Services, si former VP, Zenaida Sarmiento. Nag-uusap kami noong 2014 bago po akong pasok as VP for Student Affairs and Services. And the first thing in mind sa akin, isang malaking programa, was to pursue the digitization of student records. Malaking project po yun. I think that was conceptualized earlier pa during BP Beryon. Because we wanted to have more speedy and accurate processing of requests for student credentials, and of course, better security for student records. Security for student records, hindi basta-basta pinababayaan ang student records. So tanong ko po kay University Registrar, kay Ma'am Sarmiento, Ma'am, gaano po ba kadami ang student records involved sa ating digitization project? Sagot niya, naku ma'am, sa individual envelopes palaang ng naging estudyante mula 1960s na humihingi pa sila ng mga transcript, ganyan, 1960s, dahil may envelope po per student na naglalaman ng samot-saring pages, papel, mga credentials po ang laman. Envelopes pa lamang po, close to 500,000 envelopes po ang bilang ng ating i-digitize. So, talagang overwhelming. Ganun kadami pala. Ang napagsilbihan nating estudyante, 1960s pa lang to, hindi natin sinasama yung dati pa kasi ang feeling namin noon, baka hindi na naman hihingi ng records. But anyway, ganun kadami ang ating naabot. 2014 po kami nag-uusap. Hindi pa natin binibilang ang mga pamilya, ang kani-kanilang pamilya ng natulungan na pagka-graduate nila, namin. Ito palang dahilan kung bakit saan man kami mapadpad noon. Yan, alam niyan, kami ni na engineer. AVP, Flor Oquindo. Kami nila Emmy yan. Para sa mga MOA signing, kami nila Sir Ed, MOA signing with industries. Kami sa College of Cooperatives, na halos may training outside the school every weekend. O kaya kami ng Exicom, sa mga imbitasyon kung saan-saan, o kahit sa mga pinupuntahang piyestahan. Di nawawalan ng lalapit at magpapakilalang, nako, ma'am, sir, graduate ho kami ng PUP. O kaya, ang anak ko ho ay nasa PUP ngayon, buti napunta kayo. O kaya sasabihin, pag medyo kaedad ko, sasabihin, ay nako, taga PCC ho kami. Dating rallyista din ho kami. Ayun, sa nasama na yung Exicom, pati sa pagiging rallyista. Ganun po kaya talagang malawak in terms of responsiveness, social equity. At kaya naman tayo ay flourishing. Hindi lang sustainable, we are flourishing. Malapit na maging NPU. Alam ko yan. Ayun po. Yun po ang aking may kikwento sa ngayon muna sa isang aspect na yon ng ating CSR at kung paano natin yan isinasabuhay bilang PUP, PCC PUP. At madako naman ako sa, this is my final segment, huwag kayong mag-alala, malapit na po ako matapos. Ay, ang sharing naman natin, na part din ng CSR, actually crucial ito din, yung stakeholder engagement. Ito pumapasok naman ng inclusivity. Alam natin that we do not exist, na tayo lang in isolation. We are an organization which is a part of a larger social system. Ang lakas natin is how we make ourselves permeable. Paano tayo nagiging transparent, nakikiugnay at isinasama sa mga gawain at decision making. Ang internal and external stakeholder. We should be permeable, sabi nga noon, para lumakas ang ating institusyon. Kaya I think my fellow alumni in the industry shall agree with me when I say that stakeholder engagement is not just for legal compliance, kasi ngayon talaga may legal compliance for CSR, but it is a foundation and validator of transparent, accountable, and solid governance. It is being inclusive and allowing participatory decision making, co-realization of our dreams, co-creation. Nagiging malakas ang institusyon. In the context of PUP, we democratized or practice shared governance as vital component of transformative growth and social responsibility. In terms of internal stakeholder participation, early on, it saw the need. It saw the need for enlightened and vigilant studentry and faculty para maging meaningful talaga yung involvement sa decision making. So by mid-60s, ang PCC students already had their student council, which provided more authentic and direct student voice in the Board of Trustees. Board of Trustees po ang tawag natin noon, hindi pa Board of Regents. In addition to this, having the student voice heard, we started publishing The Businessman nung una, which later in the 70s was renamed Ang Malaya. Para bagay, no, sa takbo ng mga panahon na yon. And by the way, Jaime Flor Cruz, who is now the Philippine ambassador to China, was Ang Malaya's first editor-in-chief. Siya po ay editor-in-chief ng Ang Malaya. At artist din to habang nasa publication si Jimmy tawag namin sa kanya, ay involved din siya sa Samahang Kamanyang. Isa po siyang aktor natin sa Samahang Kamanyang. And then, marami pa ginawa ang ating Sintang Paaralan to promote holistic student development at maging meaningful ang participation sa Board of Trustees. Pagdadala ng boses ng mga estudyante. Kaya yung extracurricular and the cultural activities, as well as the nationalist movement waged by various sector, talagang sinalihan ng PCCians, especially in the 70s. Kaya in addition to the publications and performing groups like the Samahang Kamanyang and Kapatiran sa Pag-awit, by the way, itong Kapatiran sa Pag-awit is the parent organization, Sir Beli, ng bagong Himig Serenata natin. At gaya ninyo, nananalo sa mga contest na pagpapanalo din. Ang bagong Himig Serenata, ang Kapatiran sa Pag-awit. We call it the Kasapa under Professor Amaranto. Nako, malimit ding manalo sa mga paligsahan yan sa labas ng PCC. At yan ang parent.
Po ata si Sir Mark, ma'am. Si Sir Mark po sa bagong Himig Serenata.
O sila yung nagpapayabong ngayon ng payabong, parang presidente natin, Bong. Nagpapayabong ng bagong Himig Serenata. Pero ang parent organization ay yung tinatawag nating Kapatiran sa Pag-awit. Later, yung mga ilang kasapi ng Kapatiran sa Pag-awit, naengganyo silang magteatro, lumipat sila sa Samahang Kamanyang. Kaya that paved the way also for strengthening yung music aspect ng teatro namin noon. Kaya we can form small groups kahit singing lang, and then may tutula. Nagkakatalo na yan kahit sa auditorium. Nagkakatalo na kami nila Jimmy dyan na magtanghal kahit 4, 5, pwede na. Ganun namin ginawang flexible. Also in the name of responsiveness at giving experience, what it is to be part of theater of the streets. Hindi namimili. Basta may espasyo at may manonood at may aktor, tuloy ang palabas. Ganun po ang ating responsiveness. Kaya homegrown sectoral organizations and nationalist alliances ay aktibong-aktibo po, very active inside the campus, among the students and faculty. Talagang madaming organisasyon, mamimili-mili ka sa sasalihan. Pag hindi ka napasali, parang mas minority eh. If you were not part of an organization, wala ka sa uso. it's parang talagang quite, nakakaengganyo. Sumali talaga. Masaya naman kasi din. Okay, so we had organizations like Nagkakaisang Progresibong Artista, Arkitekto. May chapter yan sa loob. Meron tayong Kapisanan ng Gurong Makabayan. Kasi ang daming gurong makabayan talaga. At yung ating sarili, meron tayong sarili na pinagsimula ng nasirang Congressman Carlos Padilla, yung Samahan ng Progresibong Kabataan, Molave. Kaya aktibo talaga tayo po, ang ating campus-based organizations. We really participated in national alliances. Hence, in the 1970s, PCC was like head-to-head na eh. If not overtaking. Ang term nga ng mga nakababasa ko, at the forefront na rin, no? Like UP, in terms of student activism. Sa broadening stakeholders representation sa Board of Regents po, tuloy ko lang. Sa ngayon, of course, we know today, there are respective seats for our Alumni Federation, for the faculty and employees, and the private sector representatives. Of course, yung dialogues and consultations with the students and faculty and administrative staff are held by the EXICOM to discuss important decisions and issues, such as you can see sa slide natin, the revision of the University Code. Yan po. Kausap natin dyan ang mga representatives from faculty and administrative staff. And revision of the student handbook. We made sure that the students have representatives. The student leaders are there. The revision of the University Code, by the way, was a long, drawn-out process. Talaga pong pinagtuunan natin ng masusing pansin yan to ensure that proper consultations were done. Isa yun po, no, sa ating sinigurado. The same with the student handbook revision, which started during the term of VP for Student Services, Dr. Juan Berion, sir, my predecessor. Kaya tinuloy po natin ang proseso and sinigurado that student representatives were involved in the revision of the student handbook. In the aspect po naman ng PUP's engagement with external stakeholders, masasabi po natin, sustained din yan and mutually beneficial ang ginagawa po natin as much as possible, yung mga effort natin dyan. And I can say na it has also broadened significantly yung external engagement natin. This includes po PUP's partnerships with LGUs, nabanggit ko kanina, particularly in putting up and operating the many campuses that we have in the provinces. PUP also has varied forms of engagements with industries, sa pangunguna yan ng ating ARCDO, with non-government groups. Ayan po, ginagawa ng mga academic units din at ng ating, anong tawag doon? Extension Management Office.
Yes po, EMO.
EMO, no? Yeah, we have the EMO para ganyan. And of course, katulong natin ang mga individuals like our alumni sa broadening and maintaining our external stakeholder engagement. Ang Student Support Service Units din po katulong led by ARCDO, ay kanya-kanya din po, no? Kanya-kanya. May sarili ding engagements as much as possible kasi napaka-importante po sa atin ng external engagement. Lalo po, alam natin na kapag tayo nag-propose ng ganito kalaking budget, hindi lamang po kalahati ang tinatapyas. Parang 3/4. Saan tayo kukuha ng pangtustos? At gusto nating huwag mapabayaan ang ating commitment sa ating, hindi lamang sa main campus, kundi sa, ilan na ba? Sa 22, more than 20 campuses that we have around. Meron na rin po tayo sa Visayas, sa Leyte po. Kaya, yun po ang ating, ganun po ang pagpapahalaga natin. So when I was the VP for Student Affairs and Services noong unang panahon, madami kaming mga MOA signing ni na Engineer Oquindo, kasama dyan yung pakikipag-ugnay sa Alumni Association for Sports Development. Yan kami. Kaya meron tayo isang halimbawa po ay yung ating, anong tawag natin dyan? Tahanan ng atleta. Isa pong produkto yan ng ating ugnayan sa ating alumni associations. At siyempre yung sa industriya, sa mga industries, for career development and placement of graduates. Gusto kong example dito ng isang long-term engagement. Marami naman po tayong long-term engagement, kaya lang for my personal experience po, isa po sa personal experience ko ay yung napasimulan ko nung ako'y bago pa, ay yung long-term engagement with PUP, Cooperative Development, and PUP Cooperative Development Authority. So sa ngayon po, samut-sari po ang pinag-uugnayan ng PUP and CDA. Pero sa ngayon po, ang isang major partnership ay yung sa field of cooperative education and training. May mandate din kasi po ang CDA to really link with educational institutions for education and training for cooperatives. And then, sabi pa sa batas, may mandated training na dapat isagawa ang CDA especially for those who shall be officers and leaders of the cooperatives. Kaya po, may MOA tayo wherein PUP is an accredited institution that shall conduct CDA mandated training like the training of trainers for the co-op sector. Nakakasali pa po ako dyan sa ating Department of Cooperatives and Social Development as a resource person for the training of trainers. By the way po, nasa slide natin po, si CDA Executive Director, Mr. Ray Elevaso, is a PUP alumnus from the Department of Political Science, while yung CDA Director for NCR is also an alumnus from the Department of Economics. I mentioned those CDA officers, although madami pa tayong mga empleyado sa CDA at mga empleyado din sa mga kooperatiba na mga graduates natin. But I mentioned these CDA officers who are our fellow alumni because I feel that through this webinar, we are highlighting the significance of alumni engagement. Maliwanag sa intro pa rin ni Pangulo kanina, ni Pangulong Muhi, that PUP alumni are integral part of the institution, of the PUP DNA. Para din sa mga future graduates natin who are with us this morning, we would like to let them realize how much PUP treasures its alumni relations and that we, alumni, should try our best to perform our social responsibility sa ating sintang paaralan. And hopefully, with this sharing sa mga efforts ng ARCDO, we are able to inspire kayong mga future alumni in keeping engaged with the Sintang Paaralan in whatever ways, big or small, after graduation. Gaya ng nasabi ko na nga sa unang bahagi ng sharing na ito, ang pagbabalik sinta ay gaya din ng paglilingkod sa bayan sa lawak ng naaabot ng ating Sintang Paaralan from all walks of life. So while sitting as member of the executive committee, sometime yata yan 2016 or 2017, I think 2016, we in the EXICOM's executive committee had a revisit of the structure, ng organizational structure po ng ating Sintang Paaralan to further rationalize the PUP services and align the structure accordingly. So I recall very well the one policy change we did, which was the inclusion of alumni relations component in the organizational structure. I think that was also an offshoot of the internationalization of alumni activities, such as the first alumni homecoming we had in Las Vegas, Nevada. Kaya isa po yan sa pagpapasalamat ko, nasa PUP pa ako noon and I was able to join the first international activity ng ating alumni. Meron po tayong alumni association sa USA. Kaya mabalik ako dito sa restructuring. Hence we now know. Hence now we have the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. Kaya from, ano bang dating tawag natin dyan? Career Development and Placement Office. Career Development and Placement Office, in-strengthen ang office natin at ginawang Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. So the intention, klaro naman po, no? PUP wanted to further strengthen and enrich the alumni engagement by having a unit mandated to establish direct alumni linkages and collaboration, of course, in complementing yan sa Alumni Federation's independent initiatives. May very active din po tayong Alumni Federations at nagpa-partner po. Nagtutulungan ang ating ARCDO at ang Alumni Federation sa mga mobilizations, involvement ng ating alumni. The ARCDO being part of the student services sector, sabi din ni Ma'am Oquindo kanina, has direct links with the different service units of the sector wherein alumni collaboration, whether individually or with respective companies, could be established. ARCDO office, ARCDO is there to provide the needed follow-through facilitation. Ayan, kung individually or the company looking for partner for its CSR, it's giving back. Ang mga companies talaga, they are looking for partners din at long term. Ang gusto, you can connect initially with ARCDO and then ARCDO shall do the work para ma-channel yan kung saan nararapat and then mag-signing if needed, visit. Gaya ng recently, nagpunta sila dito sa Tanawan for a signing with a company, with a Japanese company.
Japanese, Murata.
Yan, ganon. Whether kung ano man, pwedeng career development, placement, pwedeng papasok sa mga iba-ibang student services or services for the academic units na kailangan ng partnership ng industries, then ARCDO shall help you facilitate, establish the linkage. Yan. Kaya ganon po natin pinapahalagahan ang ating alumni engagement. For me, Balik Sinta, as I've said, is a privilege. It is so close and real. What I had in my return to PUP in 1990 was like fulfillment of long-time wish, giving back. Kung what I had to and what I felt I could, ganun po. There was just my pure enthusiasm to help the extension unit and the academic program of the institute. Kasi naman, I look at it din as a continuation of my former NGO work. Parang hindi masyado nakakaiba eh. Ang setting nga lang ngayon is academe and government. So, habang tinatapos ko nga ang aking graduate studies noon, bukod sa naging responsibilidad ko sa Institute of Cooperatives na naging College of Cooperatives, hanggang sa maging Department of Cooperatives and Social Development under the CSSD, ay natapos ko ang aking graduate studies. I also had the opportunity to teach. At nakaikot mo ako sa iba-ibang responsibilidad sa institute, research, academic area, hanggang naging dean ako ng College of Cooperatives. And in 2012, ayun, natapon po ako as associate dean ng graduate school na punta po ako sa graduate school. I am very thankful for that sa ating Pangulo noon, si Sir Decong, si Dr. Manuel de Guzman, sa tiwala niya sa akin noon, he handpicked me for that position. And after 2 years, naging yun na nga, VP for Student Affairs and Services, at later in concurrent capacity, naging EVP, till my retirement in 2018. Napakalaking pasalamat ko talaga sa tiwalang ibinigay ng Sintang Paaralan. Mula sa pagiging college student na involved sa mga pagkilos, at sa muling pagbabalik ko bilang tagapagsanay ng mga kooperatiba sa komunidad, hanggang sa maging kabahagi ng Executive Committee, ang pinakamataas ang on top, no? Day-to-day, during the day-to-day operations on top in policy making and implementation ng paaralan. So, yun po, pribileyo po talaga ang tingin ko dyan. After retirement from full-time work, ay engage pa din ang inyong abang lingkod as part-time lecturer in the College of Education, Graduate Studies, and trainer sa Department of Cooperatives and Social Development. Para nga sa partnership with CDA and other cooperatives. Salamat po.
Nandito po sila, Ma'am Berna, ma'am, sa COEDGS, pati po si Dean.
Salamat po sa inyo. Yeah. So, since the volcano eruption followed by the pandemic, I have been staying more permanently, most of the time pa, in Batangas, and that gave me the opportunity to do volunteer work naman, such as helping facilitate the linkage of our LGU dito sa Talisay with PUP for putting up the PUP Talisay campus. Nahaharap po kami ngayon sa responsibilidad na malagpasan ang COPC at nang mapatatag pa lalo itong campus at sa awa ng Diyos baka madagdagan ng program offerings once na mapagtibay that we are complying with the COPC, complying with the program requirements. Ayun po. Kaya mga ka-alumni, mga students na magiging alumni, the opportunities and possibilities are just there. PUP needs the optimum alumni support like always. The challenges are growing, NPU challenge, and CSR practices, including those of PUP, are likewise evolving because the socioeconomic situation, the demographics are also constantly changing. But there are things that shall remain in us. Everyone's holistic trust, the industry's responsibilities, our commitment to our alma mater, that we continue to co-create, to share the values, to advance humanity's well-being. These responsibilities remain. Saan man tayo mapunta, we may be local or global, we remain rooted. Ganyan din ang message ko nung ako'y mag-graduate sa aking Doctor in Educational Management. We always look back to our roots as PUPians. Our muses and faith will make things happen. Our purposes will make them work. Ayun po, maraming salamat sa inyong matyagang pakikinig. Maraming salamat, ARCDO, for this event at sa Sintang Paaralan for the life you have and the life you give. Salamat po.
Thank you so much po, Ma'am Hermie. So baka
Thank you so much po.
iinom muna si Ma'am ng water habang tayo po ay nagbabasa ng comments. And then we are inviting everyone po in the chat box or also in the Facebook Live. For those who are watching sa Facebook Live, if you have comments or may message kayo for Ma'am Hermie or for the whole PUP community, you may start typing po your questions or comments. Yan. Marami pong nag-good morning sa ating chat box. Meron pong isang estudyante. Good morning, Ma'am Hermie. This is Eloy ng PUPIC Batch 1996.
Yeah, Eloisa. Hi, Eloisa. Nasa co-op ka?
Yan. So, nandyan po sila. Kasama po natin. Si Sir Mark Isip, si Ma'am Figura. Nung
Mark,
graduate
belated. Mark, belated.
Opo. Nung graduate daw si Ma'am Net, figura nung 1982 sa PUP gym kami, considering hindi pa ganito ang gym noon. Ngayon, maganda na ang gym kahit hindi na tayo mag-rent sa mamahaling venue.
Tama. Ang swerte nila, no? Ang ganda ng gym.
Kahit nung 2011 graduation ng graduate school sa Bulwagang Balagtas naman ang venue namin, dapat nating ipagmalaki lahat ng facilities na meron ng PUP.
Yeah. Alam nyo ba, may time na dahil because of venue issue, and availability, I think also of the resource person, of the commencement speaker, nag-per-college ang graduation namin noon. Per-college.
Yes, ma'am. Nung pandemic din po,
nag-per-college din.
Per-college din.
Basta may graduation eh. Ang mahalaga.
Nauulit ang mga sitwasyon before.
Oh, and we are PUPians. We can cope with situations. Yeah, diyan tayo hinubog.
Yes, sabi din po ulit ni Ma'am Net na mamayagpag na talaga ang PUP ang Sintang Paaralan. Let us give back to our Sintang Paaralan. Maraming salamat daw po, Ma'am Hermie, the Joan Baez of PUP. Sabi ni Ma'am Net. Si Ray Elevaso po ay LHS graduate natin. UP po yata siya nag-college. And then sumagot po si Ma'am Joy Castillo ng QAC. Kabatch daw ni Ma'am Joy. Ma'am Joy, baka ikaw nasunod sa Baliksinta. Ma'am Joy Castillo. Kasi institution na rin po si Ma'am Joy. Ma'am Joy Castillo.
Yung kabatch ni Joy?
Si Sir Elevaso daw po, sa UP daw po nag-college. Baka ito, Ma'am Net, ito po ba yung kanina na sa CDA? Ma'am Net?
Oo. Kasi I asked din yung mga
Yes po, ma'am.
Kinonfirm ko na mayroon siyang study sa ibang school, pero meron din siya sa PUP. PUP.
Yes po. And then,
but anyway, marami pa na mga alumni tayo kung CDA ang pag-usapan tsaka mga co-ops. Sige.
Then congrats daw po sa amin, sa ARCDO, sa atin. Sabi po ni Ma'am Avelina Lupas, thanks Ma'am Hermie, ganda po ng talk ninyo, very inspiring.
Talk lang maganda, no?
Si Ma'am Lupas po ay dati ding director ng ating library.
Musta po?
And then Ma'am Gloria Gonzalez, thank you po, good morning, congratulations ARCDO. And then wag lang daw pong sisirain ang ating facilities. And then Ma'am Dizon, the Dean of the College of Education. Hello po, Ma'am Hermie. We are honored to still have you po in the College of Education. Ma'am Dean, Ma'am Maribeth, Rose Maribeth, you want to say hi po?
Hi,
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good
Dean.
morning po,
Kumusta
Ma'am
po, Dean?
Harvey.
Kumusta? Saya. Kumusta? Oo. Buti nandito ka. Salamat.
Yes po, ma'am.
Thank you po, Dean Dizon, for always attending. Nung nakaraan
Yes
din
po.
namin,
Ang
very
OED po
supportive
ay
ang
sabi kong manood and
Okay, si
mag-attend.
Dean.
Opo.
Nasa
And
FB
si
po
Ma'am,
yung iba, ma'am.
opo, thank you, Ma'am. Pati po si Ma'am Berna Nobles. You wanna greet po, Ma'am Berna?
Ma'am Hermie, good morning.
Uy, Berna. Ano, nakakahinga ka na? Tapos na.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ma'am.
Ano yan eh?
Hindi pa po tapos.
Natabunan niya ng mga ano eh, mga defenses.
Opo. Ma'am Junie po ay nandito. Hello, Ma'am Hermie. I am happy to have worked with you on countless projects and
Oo.
committees in the university. Welcome back po and congratulations to the organizers. Ma'am Junie,
Ay,
you
Ma'am
wanna
Junie.
say hi po?
Salamat ha sa tiwala, Ma'am Junie.
Salamat din po at magandang maulan na umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Kulimlim. But anyway, kailangan natin ng tubig.
Thank you, Ma'am Junie, for attending po. And then, Sir Kevin Dita Unon. Thank you, ma'am, for the inspiration. I am from PUP Bansud,
Uy.
Oriental Mindoro, and currently an English teacher here in Japan. Wow. Thank you, Sir Kevin.
Oo.
Nasa Japan si Sir
Oo.
Kevin. So, hindi lang po Pilipinas na inaabot ng ating webinar
Oo.
hanggang abroad.
Web talaga.
And then si JM, parang hindi po natin kilala to si JM. Ayan. Thank you so much po, Hermie. You are truly
Introduce
our
ka.
Lodi. Salamat, Arto. God bless po sa lahat. Hindi po natin kilala to si Sir.
Yan na JM. Kalagkat palagi sa mga MOA signing natin at sa kung saan-saan.
Thank
Eh,
you,
walang
ma'am.
bago dyan, si JM.
Ayun.
The tireless.
Sir JM, anong message mo daw?
Sana
Ayun.
ka na.
Yes, ma'am. And then, ang panghuli kong mensahe ay kay Ma'am Joanne Baez. Stay safe and thank you very much po sa
Maniwala.
napaka-lecture.
Maniwala sila.
Ayan, meron po bang question? Meron bang question or comment sa FB Live? Wala naman. Siguro po ako na lang may question. Ako din po na may question.
Huwag pang college ha, baka hindi ko masagot.
Hindi po. So, ano po sa tingin ninyo ang iba pang ways na talaga ma-achieve na natin yung NPU status po natin?
Iba pang ways. Ano kasi, may halong, kumbaga, external ang ano no, ang decision. Meron naman tayong mga kapanalig na naniniwala na malaki ang tulong na magagawa ng NPU kung NPU tayo. So we just keep hoping and then keep our relationships with people that believe in us. And then may message, may pinoward sa akin, may petition, signing ba na ginagawa?
Yes.
So we have just have to support that. Pero ako, for me, we would like to be an NPU, but with or without it. Kumbaga, ano bang term? Pinanday? Pinanday na tayo sa mga kakulangan Sa mga kakulangan. And those kakulangan did not prevent us from being this flourishing university that we are. Sabi ko. So, masaya ang NPU. Maraming magagawa, lalo na parang we are also hoping na mas bibigat ang support sa mga campuses especially. But we hope that we shall be the NPU. But yun nga, wala sa atin din ang malaking bahagi. Pwede naman natin tawagin ang sarili natin na parang gaya ng pagtawag natin sa sintang paaralan na talaga tayo without having formality o parang legal basis for that. But we call ourselves sintang paaralan as our term of endearment for the university, sige lang, with or without it.
Opo.
Hindi ko sabing huwag na lang, but
Yes, ma'am.
I am in full support for the NPU vision.
Yes.
Pero hindi.
Yes po. Sir Ed Latosa. Yes, ma'am. Sir Ed Latosa said the discussion is very comprehensive and covers the assigned topic well. Congratulations, ma'am. And then in God's perfect time, PUP will become NPU according to Ma'am Net. We all have everything in PUP. We have achieved everything. So tama daw po. So yan. So yes, of course, everyone is hoping, and meron naman po tayong petition. So let us all join the petition. So
Kasi we can
kung
prove
wala,
it. Andyan na yung pruweba.
yes, ma'am.
Andyan na ang pruweba that we should be. Eh kung ayaw yung makita, hindi natin maano eh. Papipili ba?
Yeah, tama po si Ma'am Net din. In God's perfect time, sabi nga po. And then, kung wala na pong questions and comments, I guess we can go to the awarding of the Certificate of Recognition to our speaker, Sir Kenneth. Yeah, let me read po the content of the certificate. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Office of the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services, Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. This certificate of recognition is hereby given to Dr. Herminia E. Manimtim in grateful recognition of her invaluable contribution as a resource speaker for the Balik Sinta webinar series held on July 21, 2025 via Zoom. Her expertise and insights have significantly contributed to the success of this event and have greatly enriched the knowledge of the participants. Her dedication in sharing knowledge and contributing to the academic and professional growth of the stakeholders of the Sintang Paaralan is deeply appreciated. Signed po by Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, the Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office, and also signed by Sir Tomas Testor, the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services. So maraming salamat po, ma'am. Meron pong humabol na comment from Ma'am Jessie Quere sa CBA. A very productive life, Ma'am Hermie, yet it's all giving back to the community. Congrats po.
Salamat po. Salamat, Arcdo. Salamat po sa
Thank you, ma'am. Sa ulitin po.
More power ha, more power. Ang ganda nitong webinar ng inyong napag-isipan for alumni engagement.
Nandito po yung link for the evaluation. Please take time po to evaluate the program. Ganun din po sa FB Live. And then, before we also, can we also have a picture taking po? May we ask po for everyone to open their cams? Ilang slides po ba tayo, Ma'am May or Sir Kenneth? Smile lang po. Pang ilang slide na, Ma'am May? Pangalawa pa lang daw po. Also, while we are taking pictures po, Sir Rick Ramiscal, our congratulations and appreciation to the living legend, Ma'am EVP Hermie. Sabi po ni Sir Rick Ramiscal. Thank you, Sir Rick. Okay na daw po tayo. So, for our closing remarks, may I call on Ma'am Jane Pulma, the Chief of the Career Development and Placement Services. Ma'am Jane.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning po. Okay, so good morning, Ma'am Hermie. Good morning po sa ating pinakapipitagang Vice President for Students Affairs and Services. So, nung unang-una, natatandaan ko, si Ma'am Hermie yung kauna-unahang VP SAS nung time na napunta ako sa Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. Okay. So, first and foremost, ma'am, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to you, Dr. Herminia Manintim, our former Vice President for Students Affairs and Services, for sharing your expertise and experience to our KAISCO and our KAISCA. So, knowing our history, our roots, inspire us on how to look forward and dream not just for ourselves, but also for our community and family. Caring other is not just a feeling of concern or interest. It is showing our concern to the community as well. So, yun po yung baon-baon ko na natutunan sa inyong lecture at sa inyong binigay na mensahe para sa amin. So, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, maraming salamat po, ma'am, sa inyong walang sawang pagsuporta sa aming opisina at sa Politeknikong Universidad ng Pilipinas. So maraming salamat, ma'am.
Thank you then, and more power to you, all of you.
Thank you, Ma'am Jane. Dadagdagan ko lang po. So we are proud of all your achievements, ma'am, and we look up to your humility and continuous service to the masses. Ika nga natin sa sambayanang Pilipino. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Hermie, sa pagtanggap sa aming imbitasyon na maging bahagi ka po ng buhay ng ating mga scholar ng bayan. You are an inspiration not just to PUPians but mostly to women leaders who are making a mark in the society. So mula sa amin po muli, sa PUP at sa ARCDO, maraming salamat po. And also sa ITEC po, Fernando Lipardo, thank you for this very insightful, inspiring webinar. From Ma'am Flor Oquindo, congratulations, Ma'am Hermie. Thank you for your continuous support to our Sintang Paaralan, especially to ARCDO. Your wisdom will forever remain in our hearts. Ma'am Flor, baka gusto mong sabihin na lang po ng physical.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you so much po. So, ulitin, ma'am, marami pa po kaming activities, planned activities for ARCDO. So, I hope you were always open to our invitation. Thank you, ma'am.
Yun po. So please don't forget to answer the evaluation form sa Zoom po and Facebook Live. And meron din po tayong ARCDO YouTube page. So please don't forget po to like and share. Okay. And then with that po, let's have the PUP hymn. Muli, maraming salamat po, and we will see you on August 18 for another